this a little bit more intelligent than we can because we're probably already getting a little too our BAC is probably going up relatively fast right now. So
yeah. I mean, it's shampoo effect, rinse and repeat from last night. If you have drinks the night before, you have one or two in the morning, it gets going quick.
What's up, Zach?
What's up, Zach? How you doing, buddy?
What's up, fellas? How are you?
Good, man. I like that hat.
That's the new logo.
That's
for
the new logo.
Bay
Yeah,
that's the new Chesapeake Bay Sox hat.
Sorry, Chesapeake.
The Chesapeake Bay Sox at Watch Apple. Yeah, what's
going
on?
What we got?
How'd you get that hat so quick?
I ordered it like as soon as they announced it. I was sitting at work. I was kind of bored, and I ordered it off their team store. And apparently, they only had like 10, and it said 12-day shipping. So I was like, whatever. It showed up yesterday. I mean, I'm 20 minutes from Dewey, so I get it, but
yeah,
I don't care.
I
want it in all black. I think the all black one's going to look way better.
Is that the only style they have right now?
Awesome.
Right now, yeah. The all black they have like it's the B with the wave under it or whatever.
Yep. I like the crab.
What were your initial thoughts when you saw this Blake Snell contract? Were you like me? Did you think that the AAV was a little high?
36 is a lot for Snell. I was thinking he was going to get between 28 and maybe 32.
Yeah,
but the Red Sox were hot on him, and so were the Phillies. And I think the Dodgers were like, "We've got the money. Like, whatever. We don't care.
Tell us what you want."
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
I heard that Red Sox rumor so much, and I'm hearing it a lot about all these free agent pitchers, especially.
When I saw it, I was just like, "Really? Again? Like the Dodgers?"
Yeah.
What's the other guys on the rotation? What do we think? This is the end of Kershaw? Do we think they start dumping another couple guys?
No, I think they're going to go with a 6-7 man rotation because Kershaw. I mean, if you only get 100 innings out of him, that's fine. You're only going to get 130 maybe out of Snell. That's all he's only done that twice in his career.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
They've got, by the way.
Yeah, they've got 11 starting pitchers going into spring training. 11.
Yeah. If you get 100 out of Kershaw, I'll be happy.
I mean, 100 would be, and the 120 that they're inevitably going to get from Sasaki when he signs for them too, right?
Don't even get me started on that one.
Yeah.
I mean, is this the new norm, you think, Zach? You think we're going to start seeing like 6-7 man rotations at this point and giving people longer rest? I kind of feel like it's going to start trending this way with like I mean, we talk about the injuries all the time and with the pitch clock. And there has to be there's going to be a breaking point. I think the breaking point is we're going to start seeing 6-7 man rotations.
I don't think there's a reason not to. There's no reason not to, especially in like April, May, probably beginning of June. Why wouldn't you limit innings for these guys? They just keep getting hurt. It's going to tax your bullpen if you stay with a 5-man rotation. You got, I mean, especially the way like Brandon Hyde uses it, where you use this one guy an inning, and you keep doing that, and you're racking up 50 innings before the All-Star break. Like, why not have a 6th guy or 2 long guys where you only need your starter to go 3-4 innings? I think it's kind of evolving. Game's definitely changing.
Yeah, and if you're a team like the Dodgers, you have the luxury of going to that 6 or 7 man depth because you have so much depth at starting pitcher. Not all of these teams are going to have that. The Orioles, for example, aren't going to be able to do that kind of thing because we saw a bunch of spot starts from Cole Irvin, Chase McDermott, who probably came up a little too early last year.
To be fair, Cole Irvin was great. For the beginning of the
season.
Now
he's in the KBO.
Yeah, I know.
So
but the beginning of the year, he was hot.
Look, I'm not no shade to Cole Irvin. He's a great dude, but look, I mean, like this is not the guy that's going to be running. That's not the guy that I want to put out there every 5th or 6th day.
Yeah.
Do we think this is sustainable for Major League Baseball in general? I know that the Dodgers have unlimited funds, but do we think this is sustainable, or do you think Major League Baseball comes in and kind of puts the kibosh on this in some way, shape, or form?
I think Major League Baseball is going to have to increase the number of players allowed on the roster.
Yeah.
If we're going to do a 7-man rotation, you're going to limit your relief pitchers, and you're going to have less utility people on the roster.
Yeah.
They're going to have to do something.
I totally agree.
Or like Diablo Suarez's, who's like a swing guy between bullpen and starter, is going to become way more valuable.
Yeah. And I think, those guys became more valuable when the Rays were doing their thing 10 or 15 years ago when Joe Madden was kind of playing Rays ball down there, and they're still doing it. They're using openers and doing all kinds of weird shit in Tampa or wherever they're going to play their games this year. Who knows?
Well, Yankees.
Yeah,
I think they announced officially they're going to Yankees training.
I saw that that they were going to play in that minor league park on the 4th of July weekend against the Twins. and they're playing at home and away against the Twins because you play home and away. I guess I guess every team in the AL, if you're an AL team.
Dustin, you sound like shit, by the way. I just want to throw that out there real quick.
Yeah, dude. I got 3 hours of sleep, and I was here all night watching people bowl turkeys, so I don't want to hear it.
It's better than cleaning up puke, I guess.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, Brian does that daily.
No.
So what's this mean? All right, another question. What's this mean for Corbin Burns? What's he going to start commanding after this? I mean, this was like the first linchpin to drop, and this is a big one. So, what do we think for Cole? What's he going to think?
I mean, I think
Corbin. Sorry.
Yeah, I think it's going to be at least another year or two on top of Snell because he's younger and he's better and he's more consistent.
What about yearly?
I think it's going to be more. I think it's going to be 40 to 45.
It's got to be.
So
he's going to ask for at least 36 now. It becomes the starting.
Yeah. So seven for 280. That's where we're going to start. You know what I mean? And that's a huge, massive contract for a guy who's about to turn 30. And just
his market value was 30, and now it's going to be 36 or 37. I can promise you this: if Philly's going to come out swinging here very shortly, if Philly doesn't land Soto, they're going for Corbin Burns.
I mean, the Giants are still in this.
Wheeler and Nola and Corbin Burns, that would be nasty.
Yeah. They're trying to move Baum for some reason. I have no idea why. They're also I've seen rumors they're trying to trade for Wu from Seattle for Baum and a couple other guys. Like
I like that.
He's a good pitcher.
Philly's not gonna stand here and watch the Dodgers do this. And I know your dad's a San Diego fan. I think San Diego is going to try and make a splash, either with probably Shane Bieber or Eovaldi.
Like that too. I'm hearing a lot.
Nobody's going to.
Why weren't they on? Why weren't they in on Snell?
They were, but nobody's.
Sure they were. Yeah.
Not many teams are going to pay Blake Snell $36 million a year.
They're just not going to set the bar.
Fuck no.
They're just not going to set the bar.
And he's ugly. He's an ugly man.
He's ugly.
The thing I don't like with Snell is it's like you get a really good year out of him, and then you get crap, and then you get another good year, and then you get crap. Like he's so inconsistent.
That's exactly why I have a problem with the contract.
Yeah,
because when he was with San Diego, he was okay. Then he was good. Then he didn't do nothing. Then he did crap.
Yep.
And then what ends up happening here is because of the number that Snell got, you're going to have it's kind of like the Deshaun Watson effect in football. And the guarantee contracts, the quarterback number elevates.
Yep.
The pitcher number elevates. And then, your small market teams are getting screwed over again, just like they were in the past. And what did we talk about a bunch on the previous podcast? How smaller market teams were having success, and it was actually good for the game. It was growing the game.
Yep.
Baseball is a regionalized sport. It needs to become national at some point or another. So, I mean, this is going to screw us over. It's going to be Yankees, Boston, name those guys, the Dodgers, over and over and over again.
Yeah, and Baltimore and Cleveland and those kind of teams are going to fall by the wayside.
It's nice that we have a group now, and it's not just like the Angelos family and a couple other stragglers anymore. Yeah. It's nice.
It's funny you bring that up, Brooks. It's funny you bring that up because things I'm thankful for.
Okay.
New Orioles ownership.
There you go.
I mean, I think Baltimore. That's what Baltimore should be most thankful for.
On my list. New Orioles ownership.
Just really ownership in Baltimore and front office in Baltimore in general. Right now, we're at the all-time high. This is the apex mountain of Orioles ownership, front office stuff right now. We or at least it seems. We'll see what this Baltimore
done everything
regime.
right so far. Besides, they probably pissed a couple people off at the trade deadline, but I mean, guys, there wasn't a ton to go after there. To be honest with you, you're overpaying for people. You're always overpaying at the trade deadline, rather than getting people in the offseason. It's just nature of the beast.
Yeah.
And you guys tell me if I'm wrong here. I want to pull the reins back. Just because Blake Snell signed with the Dodgers doesn't mean that the world is over.
I agree.
No, I totally agree with that. Look, I mean,
inevitably injuries are going to happen.
Injuries everywhere. We did this exact same thing last offseason when they signed Glasnow. We were just like, this is ridiculous. This team is already so good. And then Glasnow got hurt, and Yamamoto got hurt, and Dustin May got hurt, and Bobby Miller got hurt, and Walker Buehler wasn't the same.
About Bobby Miller.
Yeah, and I mean, look, they've got a plethora of talent, but they're people get hurt. This is why they are backloading their roster, because they know that they can, and they know that depth wins World Series, especially at this point. I mean, Tommy Edman was one of the most important players on the roster, and he was an afterthought. He was a depth guy, and he was one of the most important players in their playoff run.
Joe.
You're absolutely correct. But on the topic of pitching, Dusty, because that was an amazing run there. That was awesome. Everything you just said there is spot on. On the topic of pitching, did Zach just go to the bullpen on another set of headphones to the left?
I was trying these IEMs, and my ears are within 10 minutes. My ears are killing me.
All right.
And then I tried Bluetooth, and it wasn't working, so I went to another pair.
Jesus, man, you got headphones out the ass there.
I think, dude, Zach, if you're gonna live where you live still and not do a show from Irv's,
yeah, you need to do that. Yeah, you need to do that,
that's a miss. Dude, that's a miss.
Dude, Zach, I will drive down to you.
Irv show,
dude.
I will drive down to you, and we do it together, man. I swear to God.
I would walk in there and ask Irv, be like, "Hey, can I do a podcast in here?" And be like, "What's a podcast?"
What the fuck's a pod?
Go over in the corner and do whatever you got to do.
Irv, just pour me a beer. I'm gonna set up.
He probably still uses a transistor radio.
He does, actually.
I'm sure he does.
The old juice box is still in the corner.
Too new school for that guy.
Yeah.
I forgot to tell you guys this. One of my best friends from high school and college, Steve Roberts, is getting married in Pasadena, like 3 doors down from where Irv lives at some place. It's called Bayshore or something like that. Yeah. It's next year, but I was like, we have to have an after party at Irv's. There's no way we can't, right?
Knock on wood. Irv's still alive.
He was like, dude, he couldn't handle one person in that bar. I was like, I'll bartend. I don't care.
Yeah.
He won't care.
He'll be
I'll give you all the proceeds. I don't want tips.
Yeah.
He'll be 102 next year, right?
Phone.
Yeah, he was on. I read
his 100th birthday was just the other day, I think, or a couple months ago, I think.
If you guys aren't familiar, by the way, we should give a little backstory here. Irv. He's grandfathered into some weird contract where he's allowed to open his basement as a bar.
Basically, got a hotel license because it used to be a hotel.
Yes. So the house he lives in.
It's the last basement bar in Maryland. He was grandfathered in after the new rule.
Correct. Yeah. But he's one of the most beautiful pieces of property in Pasadena. If you've never seen it, you really need to go check it out. But
it is a health code nightmare.
I mean,
oh no, you don't.
Brian will tell the story. The first time we showed up there, me, Brian Brooks, and I believe Chris Merrick, the tall guy, went over there after a round of golf. We played at Compass Point, and we were like, we got to go check this place out. And we go over there, and he was burning stuff in his front yard in a giant like drum trash can. And we were like, "Hey, Irv, can you open the bar?" And he was like, "Yeah, let me go put a shirt on."
And then I ordered a Jack Daniels, and it came in an old candle.
That was after we left. I think that was after we left AJ's.
He took a candle, and he took the candle out of the candle holder, and then he poured Jack Daniels into the candle holder, and that's what he served Brian his Jack Daniels in. And it was the happiest, the most elated I've ever seen a human being. It was like a kid on Christmas. I've never seen Brian happier.
I don't know if you were
never
there
stopped smiling. Never stopped smiling.
I don't know if you were there that night, but I was there one night with a bunch of people. It's usually like neighborhood guys that go in there anymore, or back when I was still living there, but it started raining pretty hard that night, and like the basement started flooding down there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he was just like, it just does this every time. And
Get
I'm
your
like,
galoshes on.
Yeah. It just kept, it was like a stream running down the stairs like as you walk down into there. Oh man.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think he's pumped that drain out in probably 20 years, maybe.
Yeah. Pasadena, Maryland, for anybody looking for him. If you look up Irv's Basement Bar, go pay him a visit. He's an awesome human being. He's not going to be here for too much longer, unfortunately, unless he lives to 120, which would be impressive.
No,
but,
I mean, if anybody's going to do it, it's that guy.
I say,
right. Zach, while we have you on here, let's talk a little bit more about what the Orioles. What do you think the Orioles need to do outside of starting pitching? What do you think is the biggest need? I think for me personally, it would be bullpen. Is that? Do you agree, or do you think it's outfield depth? What is your take on that?
I would probably prioritize the bullpen a little bit over starting pitching. Like if you miss out on Burns, like go get Tanner Scott, go get Mike Soroka, go get AJ Minter. Like
Carlos Estevez,
don't just don't get one of them either. Get multiple. Like, upgrade from Jacob Webb, upgrade from Danny Coulombe. Like but
the Jacob
without
Webb
that,
non-tender was weird to me. Right, he's been one of the stalwarts in our bullpen for the last year and a half.
He was upgradable though.
I totally agree with you, but it's just. You know, if you want to upgrade, he would have been
cheap.
Right?
He would have been cheap.
Yeah, I don't think he would be that expensive.
Yeah, he was definitely cheap. I think it was less than $2 million, but I think they looked at that as a spot where they could fill that with Kirby Yates, Kendall Graveman, AJ Minter, Mike Soroka, and get better. Because if you keep that same bullpen going, I mean, we've seen it. They started off hot, they really sucked, and then they got a little bit better kind of going into the postseason. But I think they're trying to kind of level it out and just get a little bit more consistent 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th inning.
Yeah. And we had that.
Webb was the Band-Aid guy, I think, to bring him in and be like, all right, go eat innings and don't fuck this up too bad.
Yeah. I mean, we could also just bring,
but he pitched well.
We could also bring Fuji back. He's a free agent.
I think he was.
I wouldn't hate a minor league deal.
I think he was playing for the Barnstormers last year.
I love that guy. I think he ended up in the Yankees minor league system, some minor league system. He ended up winning reliever of the month for like one of the minor league leagues.
I mean, when he gets hot, when he finds it, he finds it.
Yeah, he had like a 9 appearance stretch where he didn't allow a base runner or something like that. I might be talking out my ass a little bit here, but he definitely had a crazy stretch.
Is he Armando Benitez?
Maybe
he just fucking goes on a streak where he's unhittable. He's like I can't throw a strike.
He's like the reliever version of Daniel Cabrera. Remember that guy? He could not throw a strike.
But he threw hard.
Oh, he threw real hard. He had no idea where it was going.
If you don't mind, let me get involved in this a little bit.
Go ahead.
What about some bats? What about Anthony Santander? They're going to have to sign him.
Right.
40-some home runs. You can't just let the guy walk.
Yeah.
And then you want to give all this money to Burns, all this money to Santander. What are you going to do with everybody else? You got to figure out Gunnar Henderson,
Adley Rutschman,
Rushman,
Jordan Westberg.
These guys are going to want some money in a couple years.
We've got a couple years. Yeah.
But I think Santander's a big thing that we need to do also.
Yeah. So if we don't get Santander, I think a lot of people would think Teoscar Hernandez would probably be the guy.
Well, and somebody else. You're gonna have to bring in 2 people to probably replace that.
Yeah, because this is this scene in Moneyball where they say, is there a first baseman in the league like Giambi? No. If there was, could we afford him? No. So we have to recreate him in the aggregate. So we get 2 guys.
Here's my problem is the Orioles have the money. It's just will they part with it?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Well, we don't know. We've never seen it.
We're going to find out.
We've got a brand new ownership organization.
I think the GM needs to talk to the owner and get off this money.
I'm sure.
I'm sure
he's doing it.
I'm
sure they've had that conversation several times.
How many games have we lost because we didn't score any runs?
Hold on. Wait. Hold on a second. Yeah. Why are you upset about this? Because he's had one free agent off season where he had maybe a month or 2 months before spring training, and then they went out and traded for Corbin Burns. And
I don't think he's upset. I think he's just calling.
You're just saying they need to spend money.
Santander had a good year, a better year, and a great year. We need another one.
Do we think he's still trending in that direction?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He's 33, 32?
He's 31.
Gentlemen, I think he's turning 30.
I think
he's not even 30 yet.
Yeah.
We need to send Glenn to Camden Yards, and I think some people are going to start getting signed pretty quickly because he's going to come and swinging a bat and just start taking names.
Well, either they're going to start.
You remember Brooks said it was my money, so
they're either going to start getting signed, or he's going to be like, "We can't be spending all this money, even though it's not his money."
That's not fair.
I think they end up letting Santander walk. Because they're not going to spend it all in one offseason. They could, but they're not going to. I think they're going to focus primarily on pitching first. You like Joe said, I mean, Heston Kjerstad could fill the role. I think they'd probably look maybe to trade. They're going to spend their money on pitching, but then they're going to try to acquire bats via trade. I mean, if Bellinger's available, why wouldn't you take Cody Bellinger, maybe put him in right field? You could also maybe send somebody like a lower level minor leaguer over to Oakland and acquire Miguel Andujar. I mean, he hit 314 last year from the right side. He fills in at third base. He fills in at left field. He can DH a little bit. I think they're going to look to acquire bats and sign pitching because that's been kind of the MO anyway. There's just so many guys in the minor leagues that are blocked for so many years. They could trade 5 guys right now, and it still wouldn't even hurt the organization at all.
I mean, you got to see what you got too with some of these guys. I mean, I know we're judging Mayo and a couple other guys off of a short time period, and they're very young. You got to see what they have as well. I mean, we just can't just send them somewhere. Like, we're not going to trade Jackson. That's just not going to happen.
No,
not trading Kobe either. Honestly,
I don't think so either. But I've seen just like obviously the Twitterverse is ridiculous, but
yeah, I mean, people are going to come up with trades. There's a trade machine and people have the internet.
But Bellinger's an upgrade defensively, big time upgrade.
I mean, Bellinger's one of the best defensive outfielders in the league, I would say.
I know.
I mean,
and Santander surprised me last year with the way he played. It doesn't always look pretty, but like his routes are relatively good, are actually really good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why he gets to some of the balls that he gets to.
Yeah.
Should he be a better outfielder should not be diving for some of the balls that he is diving and catching for, but he surprised me last year.
Yeah, I mean, he's not Nelson Cruz. He's not that much of a liability, but he's not like he was also not Kevin Kiermaier. He's not going to be making plays that you don't expect guys to make.
But Bellinger can make up for what 3/4 of what we would lose with him, maybe.
Yeah, but also, I mean, like, where does that leave Cedric Mullins at that point? So, like, there's a lot of roster decisions to make, and I love Cedric Mullins, and I think everyone in Baltimore loves Cedric Mullins, especially defensively. But I mean, that guy is, especially the last couple of years, been as inconsistent as they come at the plate.
Belly plays right field. Yeah, he grew up as a right fielder, so
yeah. He can play center, right, and first, and I think that's really good versatility for especially in those positions is excellent with the uncertainty at first base with Mountcastle being in every trade rumor imaginable and Ryan O'Hearn only being under contract for one more year. I think there's a lot of leeway to move at first base specifically, and also we don't know. I think at this point Westberg has solidified himself as the third baseman. I don't know what Kobe Mayo's defensive prowess is. Brian has something to say. He's been holding his finger up for decades. What do you need, Brian?
Hey, Brian, you've been here a hell of a lot longer than I have. Just butt in, I am.
No, Glenn, I'm scared. I'm scared to live in hell. You scared the hell out of me, man. I'm nervous. I get a little weird. All right.
Mike,
it's Thanksgiving, dude. It's Thanksgiving.
My nipples are hard, man. My nipples are hard.
Chris Merrick says Ubaldo is still available. I agree. I think he is available. So yeah, if you guys want to lose to Edwin Encarnacion in the playoffs again, then
watch out for them.
All right, look,
we're not supposed to talk about that game.
Everyone, just shut your yappers. It's a day of thanks. We're going to be happy. So I'm going to pose the question to the group instead of this negative bullshit you asshats are putting out there. What Oriole are you thankful for? What Oriole are you thankful for? That's
Jordan
Westberg on the roster.
Jordan Westberg is my answer.
Jordan Westberg is mine.
He is my favorite Oriole. He is the glue guy for the team. When he came back into the lineup at the end of the year, the offense was so much better. He's good at getting runners over. He's good at doing his job, and he plays great defense. He's my guy.
Dusty,
I'm thankful for Hayes because he's gone.
Man.
You just turned a positive into a negative. Back to a
Look at that. Jimmy Superfly Snooker from
he might be coming back. He might be coming back.
He might.
That was top turnbuckle kind of shit right there, Glenn. That was fucking awesome.
Now I have somebody on top of Salsa Tower and get rid of it.
I don't know if you guys saw my little Twitter rants going on last week, but Mariners fans actually put a podcast out and they were like, we should trade for Jordan Westberg. And we'll trade Logan Gilbert for Logan.
Yeah.
And they were like, for Jordan Westberg and multiple prospects, and we'll send them Logan Gilbert. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to start some shit here. And I commented on it. I was like, the Mariners don't have a pitcher good enough to acquire Jordan Westberg. And they went nuts.
I mean,
give us the
whole went nuts.
If you throw Luis Castillo in there, we're thinking about it. But
they were like, we have 6 arms that are better than Jordan Westberg. And I'm like, okay. Like, and they're like, he only had a 2.4 WAR last year. He's really not even that good. I'm like, first of all, why do you want him? And second of all, he missed 55 games and he would have been a top 2 hitter on your team.
Yeah.
In every category.
Yeah. I mean, we have a really good friend who's a Mariners fan named Sean Barletta, who's probably one of the smartest baseball guys we know.
Worked with Sig and all that.
Yeah.
He was in the Orioles front office for a while.
Yeah. But I said, what do you guys need this offseason? He said, literally anything that can hit. Cal Raleigh was their entire offense last year.
The entire offense.
J-Rod didn't even have a really good year. So yeah, they need bats back there.
Yeah,
bad.
They need to investigate their hitting. Honestly, I mean, they've been through 6 hitting coaches since J-Rod was a rookie, and he was. I mean, look at Kyle Lewis. Kyle Lewis wins Rookie of the Year with Seattle. Doesn't even play baseball anymore, and that was 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
Shipped him off to Arizona like a year later. It was so weird.
Yeah. J-Rod has had 2 down seasons since his rookie of the year. Like, what are they doing out there?
They couldn't develop Kellenic.
Yeah.
He was the can't miss guy, right? They got him for Diaz
was the other one?
and Robinson Cano.
Dustin Ackley. Remember that dude?
North Carolina.
He went like number 2 overall.
Right.
From North Carolina. I love that guy because he shares my name.
I played against him.
Did you?
I think Glenn said Austin Hayes is available and can go to Seattle. So I mean,
it wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me.
I'm
with Zach. That wouldn't shock me.
Yeah, it's going to be Austin Hayes and Mitch Haniger and Julio Rodriguez in the outfield, and Sean Barletta is going to want to kill himself every day.
They need to upgrade from Haniger defensively.
Well,
all right.
Pigtown, I want to say this. I mean, when we do this winter meeting podcast in a couple, maybe
we gotta have
you got to jump on, man. You got to come on and just. If hopefully something happens, either during, previous,
it will,
or pre, or
it's gonna happen.
We can all
soon.
kind of talk about that shit. You'd be great.
It's been 10 years. I don't think baseball has gotten started this early. I think when Boris really effed up last year, he came out this year and he's like, I'm gonna get it done.
Yeah,
and teams are hopping on with it.
I mean, he was. Jordan Montgomery was all pissed off at him for the deal he got, and look at Jordan Montgomery now. He's taking that player option and tucking his tail between his legs, and he's like, "I'll take it. I'll take all the money I can get."
They're trying to trade him.
I'm gonna take the player option. Please trade me or please cut me.
The front office came out and said that they thought they made a mistake by signing him, which is the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
If they keep him, that's going to be a rough relationship there.
Yeah, really bad. I don't think they'll keep him, but
I don't think
they're going to try and trade him. Would you kick the tires on him?
Yeah, I mean, I'd go see what the price is, right? I mean, let's go see what the price is.
Yeah,
what does it hurt? What does it really hurt? I mean, we went and got Kimbrel. I mean, come on.
You got to acquire 20-some million. That's a little bit of a hurt, but you don't have to send as big of a prospect if you're going to take on the full 20-some million either.
Yeah, but I mean, do we think we can get them to eat a little bit of that? Just because, I mean, they've already admitted we have the leverage here. They've already admitted it was a mistake. So
they said they'll eat it now. But if the more they eat, the higher the prospect becomes. That's the only difference.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. That team, I'm really interested in what they do in the offseason too, because they had the big splash deals with Erod and Montgomery last year, and they had a down year after making the World Series run the year before.
Both were hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt for what?
Yeah, both of them got hurt
the whole year, or
pretty much the whole year. Yeah,
I think he pitched 4 or 5 games towards the end of the season, if I remember correctly. And Corbin Carroll started off
the game against us last year, I think.
Yeah, maybe he did.
Corbin Carroll
was terrible at the the first 3-4 months of the season, then went scalding hot for a month. But I mean, that guy's super talented, but he they just kind of had the year from hell in Arizona after making a crazy Cinderella World Series.
They still almost snuck in.
Yeah,
I mean, they had a chance.
Yeah, I mean, look, that NL West is loaded. I wanted to say the NFC West because the NFC West is also loaded.
It's also beating up on each other.
But that NL West is loaded. And if San Francisco gets froggy and signs 1 or 2 of these free agents, they're going to be right back in the mix too. I did see Brandon Crawford retired, by the way.
Buster Posey's first year.
Yeah, flowers to Brandon Crawford. Like multiple Gold Gloves, multiple Silver Sluggers. Really good player. I think he won 2 or 3 World Series with the Giants. So really
that's
great.
A dude you want on your team. That was a dude you wanted on your team. He reminded me of the ultimate utility guy. Always made the play. Yeah, I think like Bill Belichick always talked about Pat Tillman and how like he just had like the grind, the grit, went after it. He goes, "It's a guy you want in your corner." Brandon Crawford was that guy for the Giants.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bruce Bosey basically said the same thing.
Yeah. Is he your Gruden grinder of the week, Bri? Or
no. We don't talk John Gruden on this program.
He's making a comeback. He's making social media comeback.
He's probably sending emails.
All right, we're getting close to an hour in. Do you want to transition into football? Pigtown, do you want to stay on for football, or do you want to hop off here?
What do you got time?
I'll probably hop off. I got to help my wife with the kids soon.
It's Thanksgiving, man. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for coming on. Thank you for helping us out. You're awesome.
Appreciate you, buddy.
Happy to have you on whenever you want. And if you ever want to have any of us on your show, please let us know. Reach out.
For Christmas, we'll get you another set of headphones, whatever the heck you need, man.
No, I don't need it. Well, I like the IMs, man. They just hurt my ears. I'm a sissy, I guess. I don't know.
Brian said that, but I'm the one who bought Brian his headphones. So I don't think you know how expensive headphones can get.
Oh my God. Yeah.
All right, Zach, you're the man,
see you, buddy.
Check out Pigtown Sports on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you get your stuff. And if you want to shout out anything before you get off, YouTube. Go ahead, Zach. This is your time to do it.
No, I'm good. This is your guys' show.
Oh, all right, cool. Well, look, guys, we'll say it again. We'll say it multiple times throughout the show. Thank you for Pickdown Sports. Follow Pickdown Sports on Twitter, Instagram. Follow him on YouTube. He's a great follow, especially if you're an Oriole fan. If you're a baseball guy,
if you're a stat nerd, he puts out some good stuff.
Yeah, nerd.
Yeah. And then Brooks, if you have Zach's number,
I use a lot of your stuff. So
yeah.
If anyone has Zach's number, I don't want you to put it out over the waves here, but if anyone has Zach's number, give it to either send it to me or send my number to him, and that way him and I can connect and then get together for merch, maybe a beer and merch.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Yeah,
sounds good.
Hand delivered to Irvs.
We'll have to go to Anne Irvs or Anne Arundel Seafood, and we might have to do that. Yeah.
I forgot that place even existed.
On Sally Road these days.
Been a while since Anne
a lot of building. A lot of building
really on Sally Road.
Oh my God, dude! They've added. Tanyard Springs has like 300 houses in it. Creekside Village has like 300 or 400 houses in it. Tanyard,
we were in
Shores.
Brooks Tanyard Cove for a couple years. Yeah.
So they got Springs Cove and Shores now, I think.
Oh, Shores is new.
Okay. Dude, the whole Marley Neck and Sally Road is just nothing but like houses now.
Good.
Just Tanyard.
Good.
Yeah. Tanyard and Creekside.
Good for the area. Good for the area.
Yeah.
Probably bringing in a bunch of military too, so that's good.
Yeah.
A lot.
Anyway, we'll get you off here. Zach, go enjoy your family. Happy Thanksgiving, man. Enjoy the football. Do whatever you got to do.
Appreciate the hell out of you, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.
You're the man, dude. You're the man.
Oh, no.
No.
All right. Pickdown, thanks again. I know you're probably still here listening.
That was
all right.
Let me get the right one. Let me get the right one.
Oh, yeah.
I got you, man. Dustin, go ahead and transition, man.
Shit.
Yeah, we talked a lot about baseball on this, a lot more than I expected us to, but honestly, it's fun really talking about baseball. We are huge baseball guys. We're a huge baseball family. So we like bullshitting about baseball. And we have a ton of concurrent viewers right now, probably our most ever on a live show. Thank you very much. Everyone's tuning in on your
Pickdown helped us out a lot
day.
and brought some of his audience into. So
thank you very much to Picktown for helping us out there. So we're going to transition now into football. This is the name of the show we have here.
I just want to say happy Thanksgiving.
Brooks is in the bathroom.
Except Chris Merrick, because he's just talking shit about me the entire damn time. So everyone else, happy Thanksgiving. All right.
Chris Merrick didn't talk that much shit on you.
No, he didn't at all. I love Chris. You know that.
As we transition into football, I thought this was funny, so I'm going to put it up on the screen. Joe Radke thinks Gruden will be the next coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks. I'll tell you what, Joe Radke, I'll bet you $100,000 in my left nut says that doesn't happen.
That would involve you having a left nut.
I'm not Lance Armstrong, dude. I got one right now.
Jesus Christ.
All right,
a day.
It is Thanksgiving. We're gonna talk some football today. Brooks is in the bathroom, so we're just gonna talk some overarching stuff. Let's do a little bit more recap on Ravens Chargers, or now that we have a. No, it's okay.
What do we, Dusty? I'm gonna actually cut you off, man. What do we think about Daniel Jones going to the Vikes?
Yeah, I think it makes sense for both sides. In my opinion, Dad, let's let you go first here. What do you think about Daniel Jones to the Vikings? Do you think it matters or no?
I don't think it matters.
No.
I heard that he might have come to the Ravens. I wasn't happy about that. It makes no difference to me.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, I think the Ravens side of it, the Ravens really like getting compensatory picks for players. And Daniel Jones was a guy that was going to cost nothing. I think he ended up, his deal with the Vikings is $375,000, which to all of us is a lot of money, but to the NFL is zero money. It might as well be a zero next to it, because the Giants are still paying him. So if he leaves next season and gets a contract, then whoever signs him, being the Vikings now, will get a comp pick for him. It could be a third, fourth, fifth rounder. It depends on how much money he gets, I believe. But that's something that the Ravens do. And also, really, it would have been an upgrade. And this is nothing against Josh Johnson. And we said this on the podcast earlier in the week. But look, the guy's 39 years old, and he's been on 16 NFL teams for a reason. Daniel Jones is a first round, a sixth overall pick with a ton of talent. Guys played in playoff games. He's won a playoff game against the Vikings, his new team. So I think it would have been an upgrade, but also, it's not the end of the world that we didn't get him, right?
Yeah. So why don't we fire away on some picks here?
Yeah.
Brooks, do you want to pull that up?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it would have definitely been an upgrade. Definitely somebody who I would have been happy with filling in for Lamar if he went down.
Yeah,
just because he's he can run the ball. I mean, he's
Vanilla Vic, dude.
We talk about it quite a bit. I mean, the guy can run, that's for sure.
Yeah, he can run, but once again, he went to Duke and he's not on the Ravens, so fuck that guy.
Very fair.
All right, yeah, we're gonna get the DraftKings lines up on the screen, and we're gonna go through our Week 13 NFL picks. We're gonna start with the 3 Thanksgiving games. So if you're here listening for our picks for this particular day, if you guys want to make some gambles today, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go through each game. This is what we do every week. If you're new here, we go through every game. We pick against the spread, all of us, and each week we tally up everything. And see who is doing the best. Brooks and Brian are good. I am horrible. So
Am I still hot? Am I still hot right now?
Honestly, I didn't tally up last week's because it's been a pretty hectic week. We got a lot of family going on, but we will do that. I know. I'm sorry. I'm a lazy piece of shit. I'm sorry. But anyway, the first game of the day today is the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. The Chicago Bears are getting 9.5 points. 47.5 is the over under. I think if you'd have made this line in week 1, this line is probably like 3.5, 4.5. But now what we've seen throughout the season with the rookie quarterback struggles, with the offensive line struggles of the Chicago Bears, with the Matt Eberflus struggles that Brian always loves to tout. We have a giant line here on Thanksgiving. It looks like Vegas doesn't want us to tease this even a little bit. They're just like, nope, don't tease it, please. We're going to make this line as high as we can. Brian, let's go to you first, and then Brooks, and then Dad, and then I'll pick.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
No, you're not.
The Bears.
Don't do it. Don't do it, Brian.
Have you lost your mind?
But good stat here. Good stat here by Pigtown. Lions are 0-7 last 7 Thanksgiving games.
Wow.
Give me the Bears. Give me the Bears.
Yeah. NFL history-wise, just a little background on this game. This is the 20th time these two teams have met on Thanksgiving. That's second behind the Lions and the Packers. So you're going to basically either see the Packers or the Bears facing the Lions every Thanksgiving.
Joe's on the Lions. Joe's on the Lions.
Joe Rackey's on the Lions. Joe Rackey is hot.
Is he really? How did he do last week? We actually didn't look at it.
Don't know. I'm just saying he's hot because he's hot.
Did he pick a winner for me or pick 3 winners for me?
Who knows?
Did he pick 3 winners? How many?
We need to retally. Maybe we'll tally when we get home.
All right. So Brian's on the Bears. Dad, let's let you go first, and then Brooks, and then I'll go.
The last 3 weeks, I wanted to take the Lions, and I was scared because the lines were high.
Scared? Go to church.
I'm not scared today. Lions.
Yeah, baby. Look at you. I like
this. Lions, and I'm putting that in all caps because that's an emphatic Lions.
Dad must have went to church. I'm on the Lions as well.
I like Glenn's conviction about anything he says. He can talk to me about like stone ground mustard right now, and I'd be like, "Yes, I'm in." Fuck yeah.
Got to.
He could probably have a conversation about mustard.
Yeah, I'm on the Lions as well. I'm on the Lions as well. I hate this. I hate the spread. I'm kind of with Pigtown on this one as well. I feel like this is something that the Bears will probably end up covering. This is always a weird week. Weird stuff always happens. But the Lions are so fucking good, and the Bears just look so bad right now. So just give me the Lions.
Let me make sure that David Montgomery and Amon-Ra St. Brown are officially active. That is from Adam Schefter 6 minutes ago. David Montgomery has been limited in practice. He left the game early.
Is he on a snap count?
There is. I'm assuming he's going to be on a snap count based on what I've read on the fantasy website.
They have Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, and also they have Jahmyr Gibbs, who happens to be one of the best running backs in the league, alongside of David Montgomery. So they're probably not going to need him very much in this game. Yeah, the Bears run D doesn't scare me at all. And I know the Lions, if they have a hole, it's probably their pass rush because they lost Aiden Hutchinson. I think if they have a hole, it's their pass rush, but I don't think it'll matter against this Bears team because this Bears team is bad. The quarterback is inexperienced. He's behind a bad O-line. Give me the Lions. I think they win big.
Yeah.
Next,
that's so Dad's the only one on, or no?
No, Brian's the only one on the
Brian's
Bears.
the only one on the Bears. Yeah.
Brian's on the Bears. He's on his favorite Matt Eberflus
and he's
stuff.
on the phone.
And he's on the phone.
What else is new?
That's whatever. We'll have Joe. Joe, if you're still listening.
Well, Joe was 3-1 last week apparently. So
there you go.
He might as well make his picks.
Well, there you go. All right. So Joe, while Brian's on the phone, however long it takes, you're going to be making his picks. The next game is Cowboys Giants. The line is 4. Cowboys at home. Both of these teams starting quarterbacks that didn't start the season as their starter. I don't know what Brooks is doing right now, but it's really confusing. Anyway, line is 4. The game is in Dallas. Dad, let's go to you first.
The Giants. No way the Cowboys win.
No way the Cowboys win, says the Giant. Says Glenn.
Says the prophecy.
Yeah, says the prophecy, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Well, Brian, you don't get to take your pick. I don't care. Brian, I know you have your headphones on now, but you don't get to take your pick.
Joe Radke.
Joe Radke has made your pick, and it is the Cowboys. I'm going to follow suit with Joe Radke. I'm also going to take the Cowboys. My best friend, Brian Mayhew, is a Cowboys fan, and he texted me last week and said, take Cowboys money line, and I didn't. And then he texted me this morning and said, Cowboys by 20 today. I'm listening this time. Go Cowboys. Their defense is going to eat Drew Lock alive. I got nothing else.
Yeah, I don't love this game at all, but yeah, I'm going to ride with the Cowboys, even though honestly, just because they played decently last week. That's really the only reason I have at this point, because both these teams suck in general, but there's definitely more talent on that Cowboys roster. I feel at least. So yeah, give me the Cowboys, and I don't have a really good reason. I just think they played well last week.
Yeah, could be a big Rico Dowdle game. Also, it could just be a big running back game in general. These are two of the very worst rush defenses in the league. Look for a lot of just people running for 6-7 yards of junk in this game. So, going to be a lot of stick moving. Going to be a lot of clock moving. Though.
Antonio's on the Giants as well.
Antonio's on the Giants. Look for you. All right. All right. Next game, the night game tonight is Miami at the Green Bay Packers. It is forecasted to be under 30 degrees in this game, and we all know Tua Tagovailoa's history and the Miami Dolphins' history in cold weather games, especially with that complete dud that they laid in the playoffs last year against the Kansas City Chiefs in terrible temperatures. Mike McDaniel, the coach of the Miami Dolphins, has been joking. He's always joking with the media, and they asked him how he was going to prepare for the cold, and he said he was going to keep ice cubes in his pocket and throw them at the players. He just laughs it off as if it's nothing. But look, this is a real trend. They're bad in the end of the season. They're bad in cold weather. So I think this is something he should be taking more seriously. He frustrates me a lot. I'm going to go first here. Give me the Pack. I like the Dolphins to bounce back towards the end of the season and maybe try to make a run at that 7 seed.
They looked good last week.
They're going to basically have to win out. And I just don't think they're going to win this game. I don't love the Packers. This is more of a bet against the Dolphins than it is for the Packers in this situation for me.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Pack too, just because they looked so good again. I know San Francisco is not San Francisco right now, but when you dog walk the 49ers, I mean that's still one of the most talented rosters in the NFL. So I'm gonna take the Packers to cover this, even though Miami is playing good. They're on the upswing. Yeah, I think this is the right line, to be honest with you, because I'm so in between here. But I'm gonna take the Packers to cover.
Glenn, go ahead, man.
My jammy.
Oh.
Yeah,
he wants Miami for those who speak English here.
I'm with Glenn. Give me the Ice Cube boy. I'm going Miami.
All right. Are you taking the Packers, Brooks?
Yeah, I'm on the Pack.
Sorry, I was not paying attention when you were speaking.
I'm on the Pack, and I don't feel great about it, but Yeah.
Okay, we got 2 on Miami, 2 on the Pack in that game. All right, we're gonna move on to the Black Friday game. If you guys didn't know this, we have a game tomorrow. This line is 13, which is too high based on how the Chiefs have been playing specifically against bad teams. But look, the Chiefs are still the Chiefs. They're 10-1. And and the Raiders are one of the worst teams in the league. Kansas City hasn't covered it in 5 weeks. I'm going to go ahead and make my pick right away, and I'm going to do it again. I've done it 3 weeks in a row. I'm going to take Kansas City, and I'm probably going to keep losing. This is too many points, but at some point, they're going to cover a spread, and I'm going to take it.
Raiders, too many points.
Raiders, too many points, Brooks says.
For a division game.
Glenn?
Go ahead.
Raiders. The Raiders.
The autumn wind.
Keeps blowing in.
Dad's taking Ken Stabler and the Las Vegas Raiders. Brian, what do you got?
Well, I have a moral compass, unlike certain people that are here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, man. I love that little Easter egg.
You're not looking at your mom baking brownies, are you?
Oh, my God.
No, she has a really good moral compass.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Move on. Okay, Sunday, December 1st, the first game I have is probably not going to be the first game you have. Okay, perfect. It's not, like it never is. The first game is Titans at Commanders. The line is 5.5. The over-under is 44.5. The Titans beat the Houston Texans last week, which I guess we didn't expect, but also the Texans haven't really looked very good. And I'll tell you, another team who hasn't looked very good over the last couple of weeks, this Washington Commanders team. They've lost 3 in a row. Jaden Daniels looked a little bit better last week, but their special teams is a complete nightmare. Probably one of the worst games I've ever seen special teams wise last week. That being said, I'm gonna hold my thoughts. Brian, you go first.
Give me the Commanders. I hate Will Levis. I just don't like his face.
It's because you don't like mayonnaise, maybe.
You don't like the mayonnaise commercial.
I enjoy mayo. I kind of, but I think the Commanders better in Jalen Daniels.
Based on the way you look, you definitely love the mayo.
Oh my God, Brooks!
Look at that, buddy.
I mean, I can't talk because I
mayo on my nipples. If you want,
I can't do. I can't talk either because I do as well.
Oh man. Okay, so Brian and so Brian's the only one who picks so far. Brian is on the Washington Commanders -5.5. Dad, what do you got on this one?
I like the Commanders. I think it's an easy pick. I don't even think Tennessee will be involved.
Okay. They're not even going to be playing the football game, according to my dad.
Nope.
Our dad.
And they're
Brooks, what do you think?
I'm gonna go Titans. I'm gonna go Titans just because honestly they looked halfway decent last week, and the Commanders are not looking great as of late. I could see this definitely being a Commanders game where they turn back into the old Commanders of 4 weeks ago. But give me the Titans to cover.
Yeah, this is just a straight up, Jaden. This is just
give me that mayo, baby.
For me,
Hellman's all day.
I'm gonna take Washington. I'm flip flopping on this game. I won't be putting real money on this game, but like I say every week, we have to pick all the games via this show. So this is a game I wouldn't bet on because I do not trust this Washington team at all. And honestly, I think this could be another trap for them, but they've lost 3 in a row and they really need to get right. I'm going to take Washington. If they have any chance of making the playoffs, they absolutely need to win this game. Brian, what do you got?
I agree with Joe.
So you trust Will Levis, Major Mayo, and Brooks, your brother, who likes Hellman's over Duke's Mayo over the
No,
Commanders.
I took Washington. Oh,
you did. I'm sorry.
No, I'm Hellman's guy. What are you talking about?
You don't like Dukes over Hellman's? Or Hellman's over Dukes? Like, what do you got here, buddy?
Oh, we're a Hellman's family.
We're a Hellman's family. Dukes is okay if it's in the house, but like Miracle Whip or any of that bullshit.
No Miracle Whip.
Get it out of here.
Yeah. 2 thumbs down on Miracle Whip. We actually have a regular in here who last night was
we got into an argument
last night. Praises of Miracle Whip. He says the best sandwich you can have, a cold sandwich, is turkey, Miracle Whip, and Cool Ranch Doritos. Which honestly, don't hate it.
Don't hate it.
But if it was Hellman's,
it's not my number one draft pick. It's not my number one draft pick. But
all right, let's move on to the next game.
You got to check your citizenship, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on with you guys.
Okay, the next game, the AFC South, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jaguars. It looks like Trevor Lawrence is trending and playing in this game. We don't know for sure. He's been practicing. He's expected to be a game time decision. He's missed the last couple. Mac Jones is horrible.
Real quick.
This is a game.
Real quick.
Yeah.
There's an update.
And if there is an update, especially if we know Trevor Lawrence is playing, I'm gonna go ahead first. This is gonna be another bet against Houston. They've looked terrible. I know Jacksonville is not good, but I think they'll get a boost from Trevor Lawrence coming back. I think Brian Thomas will have a big game. He hasn't had one in quite a while because Mac Jones has been playing, because he's been injured. I'm looking for a Brian Thomas breakout here, like 35 plus fantasy points. So let's go Jacksonville. Dad?
Texas.
He wants the Houston, Texas.
And you wager.
You're just taking the state in general?
Yeah. You want the whole state or just Texas? Or you just Houston?
I'll take Houston.
Okay. Right. Yeah, you don't want the whole
state.
You
wrote down 3 and you wagered Texas.
Simply stunning.
Yeah. Brooksy?
Yeah, nothing really on Trevor yet. Yeah, give me the Texans. Give me the Texans, even though they can't fucking defend a brown paper bag. Give me the Texans.
Brian?
I'm going with the Texans, and the reason being is I think Derek Stingley, who is their best defensive player, other than Will Anderson, if Will Anderson is healthy, is going to lock down Brian Thomas. So you take away Mac Jones' number 1 target. I think they really don't have anything else. Travis Etienne, if he even handles the ball, will throw it to the other team, even though he's a running back. So I take the Texans.
There we go. All right. So 3 people on the Texans, and I am against the grain here, as Brooks is going to pull up the next game, which is AFC North matchup. Actually, one of the bigger games of the week.
Be a good one,
especially for the Ravens' sake. I'm going to hold here because I know Dad's got some thoughts. Dad, what do you think about this game?
Cincinnati's been doing well the last couple of weeks. Pittsburgh's fallen. Mike Tomlin scares me. Wilson's playing better.
Hot take, I would say.
But I'm taking the Bengals.
All right.
Taking the Bungholes?
He's taking the Bungles. I think if there's a coach in this matchup that scares me, it's not Mike Tomlin. It's the other guy, Zach Taylor.
Yeah.
Mike Tomlin's one of the best coaches in the league. He's a stalwart.
Probably one of the best of all time.
But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna hang out with Dad here. I'm gonna take the Bengals too. They've been firing on all cylinders on offense, and at this point in the season, I think this is where we really see Pittsburgh's flaws. Cincinnati had a really good chance of beating the Chargers last week or 2 weeks ago. I think they had a bye week last week, actually. But when they're healthy, when they have Higgins and Chase healthy, coming off a bye, I don't know. I think this is going to be too much. I do like Tomlin a little bit better, but I'm just going to trust Joe Burrow here. There's a reason that they're favored by 3 with a completely terrible record versus a Pittsburgh team that's in the driver's seat in the AFC North right now. Give me Cincinnati. And don't feel great about it, but I'm taking it.
Yeah, this is a battle of really good defense versus really good offense at this point, because both their offense is below average and the Bungholes defense is terrible, absolutely terrible.
Yeah, it's abysmal.
So yeah, give me the Bengals just to outscore them. I just think they're gonna outscore. I think this line is right, to be honest with you.
I hate this game.
I just don't know. I don't know which way it's going to go. Just give me the Bengals. I don't love it.
Bri?
Stripes.
Oh, it's a whole team ride. I think for the first time
we need to see how bad our team rides were last
Everyone that is a fan of the Baltimore Ravens is against the Steelers. What else is new?
Yeah.
This is the pick'em game for me. I'm going to take the home team. That's why I'm doing. That's why I'm going. That's
all right. Brooks, what's the next game? The next game is the Arizona Cardinals versus the Minnesota Vikings. Actually, really interested in this game.
This should be interesting.
These two teams are teams that I think you could see in the playoffs, but teams that don't scare me necessarily.
I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are at this point.
I don't know. I know Minnesota has an identity. They play good defense. What is Arizona's identity? Brian, what do you think about this Arizona team versus the Vikings? We'll let you go first. And do you think that Arizona has an identity as a team, or do you think they're just kind of they just kind of fell into that first place NFC West for the first half of the season?
This is the Arizona Kaiser Soses. They do not have an identity. I don't know who the hell they are. Yeah. I personally don't give a damn. Pigtown, suck it. Give me the Vikings. Give me the horns. Skull!
Go Vikes. Purple people eaters in full effect this weekend. Brooksy, what do you got on this one?
Yeah, the Haley family is going to hate me because I'm picking against the Vikings and the Steelers this week. So give me the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals. You just never know what they're going to do on offense. Like they can explode for 40 points.
Good for you. You play video games against Kyler Murray, guaranteed. You got your other headset on. You're like talking to him, like, "What's up, little leg boy?"
Nah, haven't played video games in a long time. That's the one in the middle here.
Yeah, I'm the video game guy in the family for sure.
Once my little brother, who's 5 years younger than me, started beating up on me on video games, I said, probably shouldn't play video games anymore.
Yeah, and that's probably why I like him so much, because I used to kick his ass. Glenn, what do you have on this one?
I like the Cardinals.
You know why or no?
Murray and Hopkins.
Murray and Hopkins. Hopkins isn't on the Cardinals.
Who's the Harrison?
Harrison.
Yeah,
there you go. Yep. You're a couple years late.
H's are hard.
I like that. This.
Why does Danny Dimes being inactive make a difference, Joe?
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does either. I'm wondering. Darnold is poop.
Yeah.
At the moment, he is poop at the moment.
Look, this is I could see either of these teams losing this game by 20, which is the ultimate stay away from me in terms of real gambling, but the Vikings defense gives them an identity, and I think they have a little bit better weapons on offense. I know Darnold is probably not quite as good as Kyler Murray, but Kyler makes really stupid decisions all the time. You saw that last week.
Worse than Geno?
No, not worse than Geno. Geno is good for a pick six in the red zone every game. But yeah, I'm going to take the Vikings, and this is the game that if you're actually gambling your money, please don't put your money on this game.
Yeah, don't touch this game. And the reason, a serious statement for me on this one is, this is a very tough game to pick, but I'm going to take the better coaching. And I don't have faith in Jonathan Gannon just because I haven't seen enough of him. I'll take Kevin O'Connell and I'll take Brian Flores.
Yeah. Okay. What's the next game, Brooks? All right. Seahawks and Jets.
Oh, butt fumble special.
This is this is a game. Yeah, I think there was some question on if Aaron Rodgers was going to play in this game because he was injured. We saw last week the line moved when Brock Purdy was announced out from 2.5 to 5.5, 6.5. I think if Aaron Rodgers is ruled out in this game, I don't think the line moves very much with Tyrod Taylor being his backup. The way he's played this year, the way Seattle played last week, really, I think their defense is getting a lot better. I think Mike Macdonald's a good coach, and I think the Jets are a complete dumpster fire. I'm going to take Seattle here.
Ooh, yeah. I mean, if this was 3.5, I might sway the other direction. But give me the Seahawks to cover this. They win by a field goal.
Brian,
I hate this.
Wake up.
No, I'm awake, dickhead. I hate this game so much. This is terrible. Do I take the forehead or the guy that lives in the darkness? I'll take the forehead. Give me the Seahawks. Give me Geno Smith. Let's go. They got better weapons. And Aaron Rodgers breathes out of his mouth.
I'm going against the Jets owner, and I'll take the Seahawks.
All right, there you go.
Team ride.
He's a team ride for Seattle. We have a team ride for Cincinnati. Normally, those don't work out for us.
All
Please
right.
be wary if you want to bet those games.
Glenn,
Here we go. We got a resident Chargers.
We got two resident Chargers fans here.
Yeah, we got two resident Chargers fans here. We got the LA Chargers facing at the Atlanta Falcons. The line is Falcons +1. The over-under is 47.5.
Glenn's got me fired up.
He doesn't want to. Okay. We were trying to get our Uncle Bruce on, but he doesn't want to join. That's okay. So the under is 7-4 for both of these teams this year. So 47.5 high over-under for this game. If you're looking to bet a total on this game.
Joe, go ahead and pick for me. Joe, pick for me, please.
Okay, Brian wants Joe to pick for him, so Joe, get that lined up. I'm going to go ahead first here. I think I've been saying this all year. I think the Falcons are complete frauds. I think the Chargers are much better coached. I think they have a better quarterback, a better coach. I'm taking the Chargers in this game. I think they win handily. I don't think the Falcons score more than 20 points.
This game is fishy. This line is fishy as shit to me. In my heart of hearts, hammer the Chargers, right? I mean, what is going on here? I don't understand it, which makes me want to bet the Falcons, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm taking the Chargers. There's no reason they should win this game by 2 touchdowns.
I totally agree with you. Dad?
I'll take the San Diego Chargers.
Oh, okay. I'm going to put San Diego on your pick specifically.
I believe that stands for a whale's vagina.
San Diego Super Chargers with Dan Fouts at the quarterback position. Brian, who do you have?
Joe's picking for me, buddy.
Oh, sorry. Brian doesn't have anyone. Coming off an L to his brother, Jim will win. This is another team ride for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Sorry about it, Chargers.
Yeah, sorry, Chargers. You're probably going to lose because we are idiots.
We're all picking it. It's not good.
Yeah. I think we got one more.
You remember being a Canton Loco and I just kept egging your dad on after we were watching the
powder blue. So my wife to this day, every time she sees anything about the Chargers, and obviously the Ravens played the Chargers this week, and she roots for the Ravens because I root for the Ravens.
Yeah. She's an Indiana girl, so she's a Colts fan at heart, but she doesn't care too much about it.
Yeah. So
powder blues.
Yeah. As soon as she saw we were playing the Chargers this week, all she said all week was powder blue, powder blue, powder blue.
Oh man, look at this matchup. When I was in high school, when I was in middle school, high school, college, this was
every AFC championship.
This was the game every single year. Brady versus Manning, the two best quarterbacks in the league going head to head. It was so much fun to watch. This game's going to suck. Both of these teams are terrible. I hate the offenses. Drake May's a rookie. He's been playing pretty good. Anthony Richardson is playing in his 15th football game since high school. I don't have a clue where to go with this. I'm going to let you guys pick, and then I'm going to go last. Brian, you go first.
Absolutely, because I am dying for this. This used to be the get your popcorn ready game back in the day. Now let's get your anthrax ready and try to off yourself.
That was a good one.
Give me the Patriots, dude. Just give me the Pats. I'll take the home team.
Okay, there you go. New England Patriots. Somebody's calling Green Turtle right now. If you can hear that, sorry. It is Thanksgiving. Who is calling this place? Brooksy, what do you got on this one?
I hate both. I hate this game. I hate this line too.
I hate so many games this week.
I hate everything about this line. But give me the Colts just because I'll root for them.
Glenn?
The telephone was ringing. It was Belichick. He said, "Don't take the Patriots. Take the Colts."
All right.
I'm taking the Colts.
All right. That was awesome. That was like a little Marty Kornheiser thing there. That was great. I'm gonna take yuck. I'll take the Colts because Rodrigo Blankenship used to play for them. That's why. That's my only analysis on the game. I have no idea. No idea.
This could go either way.
I'm not going to waste my brain cells trying to figure out who's going to win this game because who knows?
Yeah, this is a toss up for me. I'm actually surprised this isn't like a -1 situation.
Yeah. Okay. Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers last 3 games, not that bad. I think they won 2 in a row.
We're seeing our best Bryce Young right now.
Yeah, they won 2 in a row. They played good against the Chiefs last week. Sorry, they played well against the Chiefs last week. Mom, if you're watching this, you're probably going to be freaking out about that. Carolina started 1-7 against the spread this year, and then they've covered the last 3 games in a row. But I'll tell you what, I am hot on this Tampa Bay team, and my favorite player in the league right now is none other than Bucky Irving. I don't know why. He's a second-string running back on a team that I don't root for.
Bucky.
I love this guy. I don't care. He is the man. He makes plays every week. And And since Godwin went down, both of those first two running backs for them, White and Irving, have been huge in the passing game, helping out Baker Mayfield. I'm going to take Tampa. I think they roll them.
Yeah, I'm on Tampa as well to roll them as well. I do like seeing Bryce Young starting to play well, though.
Yeah, good for him. He deserves it.
Yeah, it's good to see. I think he's a talented. I mean, I think he's a talented quarterback. I think he's a smart quarterback.
Yeah,
I think anybody that goes down there is in a shitty situation. Baker couldn't play there. Dalton didn't have success there. Anybody who's been there in the last 3 years, I mean, you just don't have shit there. But I mean, DJ Moore was there, so you had that going for you. But he's gone. I mean, who the fuck is there? I mean, you got David Moore.
They got David Moore, apparently. Xavier Legette. They got the ghost of Musa Muhammad. I don't know who's playing for them anymore.
So yeah, give me the Bucks.
Brian,
give me the creamsicles.
I'm sorry. I am still getting over that statement of the ghost of Musa Muhammad, which is absolutely stellar. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Bryce Young doesn't finish this game. I believe he is taking too many hits.
Tampa I agree with that.
He's a very small guy in comparison to the rest of the NFL.
He's a Lee Will fella, and I'm going to take the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh, the Tampa Bay Bucks. Dad, what do you got? You making it a team ride, or you like Carolina?
I believe that I'm going to hear the cannons from the boat at Tampa Bay Stadium, even though they're playing in Carolina, all the way to Ocean City, Tampa Bay.
Look at that. I love it. Glenn, you are hammering this right now.
Were you a poet in your previous life? That was gorgeous.
He's an Edgar Allan poet. Yeah.
The boys taught me.
I didn't teach him anything.
Good thing this camera only goes up to my shirt. My pants just popped off. Yeah, dude. Well done.
My pants are getting tight.
Oh man. Alrighty. By 2.5 over a Saints team that's won 2 in a row, coming off a bye. This Rams team has looked dead in the water over the last couple of weeks. I think the whole world is going to be on the Rams here because they like Stafford, they like Kupp, they like Nacua, and I do too. But guess what? The Saints are playing better football than the Rams right now, and they should not be getting points at home. Give me the Saints.
Sorry, technical difficulties. That was my fault.
I took the Saints. Dad, you go next. What do you got?
I like the Rams.
Okay.
I like Stafford.
I agree. I love Stafford. I'm just
give me the QB. Give me the QB. Give me the Rams.
You taking the Rams QB and coach?
Yeah.
You don't like the guy who clogs toilets? What's wrong with him?
Dude, that guy
the Rizzler.
I love the Rizzler. And I would take him and Glenn in the octagon might be a 50-50. But right now, I'm definitely going to go with the Rams just because of Matthew Stafford. That's it.
Okay. Brooks is trying to figure out our camera right now. So, Brooks, what do you have on Rams Saints? 2.5. Saints are getting 2.5 at home. Brooks wants the Rams. This is a team ride minus Dusty. I'm going to go with the Saints. Like I said earlier, Brooks is trying to figure some technical stuff out as we finish the pod here. Sorry about that.
We got it.
But we'll get back together. The next game is going to be the game we're going to save for last. So we're going to skip it for the second. And then we're going to go straight to the Sunday night game, which is, I mean, before the season, you would have looked at this game and said, wow, this game is going to be for all the marbles. This could be a potential Super Bowl matchup. If you were my nephew Banks, you'd be like, wow. But anyway, the over-under is 44.5. Buffalo is looking to get Amari Cooper back in this game. I believe they're also looking to get Dalton Kincaid, their starting tight end, back in this game. I think Matt Milano might be coming back for the Buffalo Bills this week as well, which is huge for their defense, who's actually been playing really well under Coach Sean McDermott this year. The San Francisco 49ers are floundering. And honestly, if they don't win this game, I think their season's over. I'm only going to take them because of that. I think they absolutely need this game. And I don't even know if they're going to win, but I think they're going to keep it close. Give me San Francisco, and I don't love it. Dad?
Is Purdy coming back?
Purdy is questionable. He was throwing this week, and they think he's going to play, but they're not 100% sure. He's going to be game time. I would say 75-25, he'll probably play.
I'm going to take Buffalo just because they're home.
Okay. And honestly, I would roast you for that most of the time, but if there's any team in the league that still has a home field advantage, it is Buffalo.
Yeah.
Brooks?
Yeah. Shit. Is Trent Williams back?
I don't know. Let's find out.
I don't think
You know what?
so.
I don't even think that makes a difference to me. The Niners just don't look right now. Just give me the Bills. Give me the Bills to cover this, or give me the Bills and the points. If this was 7.5, I might take the Niners, but I can't do it right now. The Niners just don't look great right now.
Okay, Bri, what do you got?
I'm taking the Niners. I'm taking the Niners all day. If you're giving me 7 points in San Francisco, I'm going to take Niners.
Fair enough. Yeah, we'll get that information if Trent Williams and Bosa are trending on playing or not. We're not 100% sure as of right now. It looks like it looks like Trent Williams is probably not going to play.
No.
Yeah,
if that matters to you.
Yeah, if that matters. I mean, he's top 3 left tackle in the league, so it definitely matters, especially if there's a backup quarterback playing. But yeah, anyway. All right, the Monday Night Football game is the Browns and the Broncos. The Joe Flacco Bowl. Browns at Denver Broncos. The line is 5.5. The over-under is 41.5. I think this line's a little too high. What do you guys think? What's your initial thoughts when you look at this line, Brooks?
Too high for the Broncos, you think?
Yeah, I think it should be closer to 3.5 or 4.
Give me the Broncos. Broncos they're just playing too well, and they keep surprising me, so I'm just going to keep riding them.
Yeah. By the way, Bo Nix is up to plus 125 on the Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year odds, and Jaden Daniels down to minus 150. Jaden Daniels at one point in the season was over minus 1,000 to win that award. Bo Nix has really turned it around, and he's got a chance. Brian, sorry, go ahead.
You're muted.
You're Mr. Mute Man.
All right, I'm off mute. I'm going to give you here's who I'm taking.
What happened here?
I just you missed.
Give me the horses. Give me the horses.
Everything. The horses.
You taking the horses? All right. The Cleveland Brown horses or the Broncos? I'm just
the fucking Broncos.
All right. Glenn, what do you got?
I'll take Sean Payton.
All right.
Yeah, I like it.
My initial thought is going to be my pick this week. I think this line's too high. I don't think that I know I'm number one Bo Nix apologist in the world right now. I thought he was going to be terrible, and he's been great.
So you just feel like doing that again next week?
But no, I think this is where he comes back down to earth. I think Myles Garrett eats him alive, and I'm going to take Cleveland. And I think Jameis Winston eats some W's while he's doing it.
We're going to find out.
All right, last game of the week that we're going to talk about. Go back up, Brooks, because we're going to talk about the biggest game of the week, the Sunday marquee game. No, not that far up. Yeah. The Baltimore Ravens are hosting the Philadelphia Eagles in Baltimore at the Bank. The Ravens are undefeated, 2-0-1 straight up in all-time home games versus the Eagles. I remember specifically one game where Donovan McNabb got benched and Kevin Cobb came in and threw a pick to Ed Reed in the end zone that he returned 109 yards, which is still the NFL record. And my best friend at the time in high school, Dan Hicks, shout out Dan if you're ever watching this. I don't know if you are. He was in the stands. He was in the last row, and he's an Eagles fan. And he said he thought that the stadium was going to collapse because it was shaking so much because it was crazy.
So who has the second longest return in history?
Chris McAllister.
Also Ed Reed.
Oh.
In NFL history.
There you go.
He has both of them.
Didn't know that. Both.
Was it 108 yards?
Yeah.
I like both.
But yeah. Anyway, I've got some money on this already. Look, I think these are two of the very best teams in the NFL. I think this is the class of the NFL. Both of these teams you're going to see both of these teams late in January. I hope, for the Ravens, especially. This is an Ocean City Bowl. I have so many friends that are Eagles fans down here. I'm just going to go ahead and pick You guys know where I'm going. I'm taking the Ravens -3 at home. The -3 does scare me because our kicker hasn't been excellent this year, but I have confidence that the greatest kicker of all time will come back around. And also the Eagles are due. They've won like 6 or 7 games in a row. At some point they're going to falter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it this week. Dad, what do you have on this one?
Kickoff is 4:25, so that means Pittsburgh would have already lost, which is big incentive for the Ravens.
There you go.
I'll take the Ravens all day long.
There you go. Baltimore from the first 2 Roth children. Brooks, what do you got?
I'm going to take the Ravens, and this is a complete homer pick because I really don't know who's going to win this game. I think this is going to be a great freaking game.
Yeah,
this should be a pick 'em. But yeah, my homer pick here is going to be the Ravens. So
yeah, this is like Kansas City Buffalo for me. This is one of those games where if you're not a Ravens or Eagles fan, you're going to watch this as a public NFL fan. And you're going to be like, this is awesome. I can't wait to watch this game.
Great
Brian,
game.
what do you got?
This leads me to my second things I'm faithful for. Patrick Ricard and Derrick Henry running up the fucking middle. All right. That's what I'm thankful for as well. That being said, give me the Eagles. I hate myself. I hate myself. I hate it.
Fly, Eagles, fly, says Brian.
You need to do something to get back in this race.
Fly, Eagles,
I mean,
fly.
we're going to see Biscuit you in a second.
Lamar averages 39.5 points per game against Vic Fangio's defense. I think that number is inflated by that Miami game that we had a couple years ago that we completely torched them. But yeah, anyway,
real analysis. I hate the matchup of their receivers versus our DBs. That is the only reason I'm going with that. I believe our offensive line and their D line are going to negate themselves. Jalen Hurts is hot. Lamar's hot, but their receivers against RDBs is the biggest glaring thing that will take over the game. I hope I am so wrong. I know people are going to be pissing me. I know Bennett's going to probably off me, but I'm going to take the Eagles.
I agree, but on a positive note, let's give the props, give a little bit of props to the secondary over the past couple games. They've looked a lot better.
This is a great question from Antonio, because this is what I was going to bring up here. What is more concerning for the Ravens, stopping Saquon Barkley or stopping Jalen Hurts in the Eagles passing game?
Oh man.
So
shit. I mean, this is like facing the Ravens, right?
Yeah. I'll take this first.
Question.
Look, I think Jalen Hurts and their passing game has done a great job. And I think that is probably just matchup dependent, probably what we have to work out or watch out for the most here, just because of the matchup, just because we are so good at stopping the run and we are so bad at stopping the pass all season long. My worry here with Saquon, though, is out of the backfield. I think if he starts catching balls, if he catches 5 or 6 balls, he could go for 60, 70, 80 yards. He could break one. He is terrifying with the ball in the open field. I'm really, really worried about Saquon Barkley. And I mean, look, he's been one of the best players in the league this year. So, Dad, what do you think on Saquon Barkley versus the Ravens defense?
I think he's really scary.
Yeah.
He's doing a lot better with the Eagles than he did with the Giants, and he was great with the Giants.
Yeah.
And I agree with what you're saying. If he catches the ball in the backfield, Ravens could be in trouble.
Yeah.
But I think Tucker will come through, and we'll be fine.
Okay. There you go. Brian, what do you think about Saquon Barkley specifically?
Yeah, well, Antonio, I want to commend you. This is a phenomenal question, by the way.
Yeah, really good question, Antonio. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, buddy. And I hope you, Russ, and Deborah have a great Thanksgiving. But that being said, getting back on track here, Saquon Barkley is just on a heater. I am in complete lockstep with Dusty on this about Saquon out of the backfield. But getting him out in the flat, throwing the ball to him, I think that is going to be a major thing.
It's not fun. I mean, if anything, anybody but Kyle Hamilton is out there trying to tackle him, I'm not happy about it.
But in all honesty, what is the most concerning for the Ravens? I firmly believe, after I say all that, is
AJ Brown.
It's going to be AJ Brown is going to be the biggest problem for us. Devontae Smith's going to be on Nate Wiggins. And AJ Brown's going to have Humphrey on him most likely. And Kyle Hamilton will have to be our player or our best player in this game, without a doubt. Yeah. And I've said that a couple times before. So I really think the most concerning thing is going to be stopping the pass.
I like what Pigtown said here. Sorry, before you go, I was going to ask you guys, is Roquan playing in this game? He said Roquan was full practice yesterday. That's good news for us. He hasn't practiced in 2 weeks. So, Devontae Smith hasn't practiced in 2 weeks. Roquan did miss last week. So that was, that was a question I had, but Brooks, go ahead.
Yeah. I don't think anybody can stick with AJ Brown right now, to be honest with you. I don't care who it is.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's going to have to be a double team, and we're going to have to put Wiggins on Smith. I'm in agreement with Brian here. It's going to have to Smith is going to have to be Wiggins, and I think it's going to have to be a double team.
Yeah.
No matter who it is, it's going to have to be a double team on AJ Brown. So put your second best, whoever you think it is, on them, and we're just going to have to hope for the best at this point. I'm with the over here. I think this could be a shootout.
I for some reason if the Ravens win, why do I have this weird feeling that Arthur Moulette's going to make a play somewhere in the secondary?
Because he did last year.
That's a big play, man. I love it.
So crazy to say, but it feels like that guy's like a linchpin. I have no idea why.
Oh, okay. So Roquan Smith doesn't look like he's going to play this week. That's big. Before he went down, he missed last week. Obviously, he was tied for the lead league in tackles. I think he had 110 tackles through 11 weeks, so averaging 10 tackles a game. That's a huge guy to miss.
So they're gambling on like, all right, let's get him healthy for the playoffs and not re-aggravate this.
Yeah, and it's
a hamstring.
And I don't disagree with that at all. But this is a huge game. Playoff implications why maybe not the biggest game in the world, but just like, you want to beat the best teams because you want to prove to yourself that you can, right? Yeah. And this is also, Philly's an hour and a half drive from Baltimore. This is kind of a little bit of a crosstown rivalry kind of thing. On the other side of the ball, are we worried about Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis, these high draft picks,
absolutely,
with Derrick Henry running the ball up the middle? Or do we think because we run the ball so well outside of the tackles that won't play as much of a factor? Brian, let's let you go first on that.
I firmly believe that because of how stout they are up the middle, I think Keaton Mitchell and Justice Hill have massive games. And you can see a lot of.
So we think Keaton Mitchell's going to get involved here.
I do, and you could also probably see a bunch of jet sweeps with Zay Flowers coming around. I think that's you're gonna want to not run up the middle on those two fucking stud guys.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see a lot of outside stuff, and then when we start doing all the outside stuff, then you pound Henry up the middle.
Yeah. And even just throwing Henry some stretches or just anything that get him to outside of the tackle, a sweep or a stretch or anything like that.
Get him some momentum.
Or just some read options with Lamar, obviously, too, that can keep them on their toes. I like that game plan.
Yeah. Hey, real quick, before we go on any further, and I'm sorry to cut you off, Dusty. It looks like Antonio might be leaving with the family for Thanksgiving. If that's the case. Antonio, thank you so much for everything, your support, your questions. They're awesome. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys. We, myself, Dusty, Brooks, and obviously you got to meet Mr. Glenn today. We love the hell out of you, man. You guys are awesome. And thank you, Antonio. And next time we get together downtown when we're all together, we'd love to have you back on, man.
Yeah. Pigtown posted 65 scares me Sunday. Pigtown posted a good post here. I think the league is about to find out about Tyler Linderbaum. He's going to handle Carter in the middle and make his name known.
I hope so.
I hope so. I love Tyler Linderbaum. He's the man.
Get me. That would pump me up.
Yeah, that would make your pants a little tight.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Owner juice. I hope you're right, dude.
All right. I think that's good on the analysis here. I think we should transition into the end of our podcast here where we're going to do our Thanksgiving snake draft. Dad,
I'm leaving.
Dad's getting out of here. Dad, thank you so much for coming on the pod. You were great. Did a great job. Did you have fun?
I had a great time.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I'm glad you had fun. Uncle Bruce, did you have fun? Awesome. He's giving a thumbs up. You guys can't see it. It's off camera.
Before Dad leaves.
Yeah,
before Dad leaves. Before Dad leaves. Two more things that I'm thankful for. The health of my own family.
You're gonna make Glenn cry.
That's the point. That's why I don't want to leave yet.
Please don't do that.
And second, in the past couple weeks, a couple months, not only do I know I have friends, but I've discovered who my true friends are. So Glenn, you have two of the best sons in this freaking world, two of the best people in my life, and you should be very proud with how you've raised them. And you and Vicky are awesome, and you should be extremely, extremely proud. And they will take care of you through thick and thin.
Thank you.
We got the waterworks
Look
going.
at that. Look, Brian broke before Dad did. That's a freaking upset of the century there.
That's now going to be the new bet. Who breaks first, Brian or Glenn? We love you. We love both of you guys.
Dad and Uncle Bruce, San Diego boys, but they're out here in Maryland celebrating Thanksgiving with the Roth children. Thank you so much for coming out here. And thanks for coming on, Dad. We love you. They're going to get out of here right now. They got Thanksgiving stuff to do, and we're going to see them for dinner in a little bit. We're doing dinner early so we can have seconds and thirds and fourths.
Take a nap and maybe do it all over again.
Oh yeah, and you're about to find
Bugle
out.
Boy as a sponsor or like Body Glove, like something with elastic pants. Be cool.
Yeah, probably Pepsi AC. That'd be great.
Oh yeah,
you can leave it there. Just leave it there.
Dude, your dad was fantastic. That was freaking awesome.
He did a great job, honestly. He did some greenie transitions. Like he's obviously been doing this a long time. He's been watching this stuff for a long time.
He came in with a Thor hammer on a couple things. I mean, he was just legend. Love it.
All right. We're running at 1:45 here, so let's try to get this under 2 hours, guys. This is going to be the last segment of the show here. This is going to be our snake draft, which we do every week, and we post it on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you get your social media stuff on. We didn't last week because our resident graphic maker, me, was being lazy, piece of shit, synonyms,
also
whatever.
Changed the time for Monday or Tuesday's show and just
screwed everything up. I'm just such a terrible guy, and I'm really trying, but
we're all trying very hard.
Anyway, our snake draft today, of course, thematically is going to be best Thanksgiving foods. We don't have a draft reference from last week, so I'm going to leave it up to you, Brian. You're going to make the draft order for this week. Do you want to go first, second, or third? Do you want me to go first, second, or third? Do you want Brooks to go first, second, or third?
I would like Dusty to go first. I go second. Brooks goes third.
I love it.
I also would like to say that we need to let the viewers know gravy is not a side. While it is near and dear to all of our hearts, it is a condiment. Fortunately,
gravy's on everything.
Gravy is all encompassing.
Gravy's on everything.
Yeah, even the pumpkin pie. Just put it.
Yeah. So dude, no one bitched us for not putting gravy. And then I also had to ask you guys a question: is cranberry sauce in the same boat as gravy?
No. I think cranberry sauce is its own thing because it's so specific and different. Do you agree or disagree? I'm open for debate here.
I agree. I totally agree. As long as everyone's on board, I'm cool with it.
So you want to go last? Is that am I hearing that correctly, or you want to go second?
I want to go second.
Oh, you want to go second? Okay, so Brooks gets to go last.
Interesting pick. Interesting.
Okay, well, my easy number one here. I'm taking dressing, stuffing, whatever you want to call it. We call it dressing in our house. You can call it stuffing in your house. We call it dressing, and it's the best thing in the world. And it's just literally bread and turkey stock, and it's amazing. I want it so bad. I can't wait to have it. So that's going to be a number one pick. Brian, you go ahead.
Give me the mashed pots.
Mashed pots. Brooksy gets to go third here, and he's going to get stuck with turkey or something stupid.
No, I'm gonna get stuck with. I'm always a sucker for some mashed potatoes, and mac and cheese is always a staple. Not always in everybody's household, but mac and cheese is good anytime. That's always a number one pick in any draft. I feel like.
All right, so you're gonna go mac and cheese number one. What do
Give
you
me carbs, mac and cheese, and mashed potatoes.
You can't have mashed potatoes. Brian took them.
Oh.
I just took mashed pots. Shit. Mashed potatoes.
Yeah. My bad, dude.
Come on, dude. That's why they call him a dud dog, man.
You can't have it.
You want it? You want it? You can't have it.
You want it all, but you
not good for viewership.
Oyster dressing. That's a Joe Racky. Joe Racky says here. That's a big thing around Baltimore. I don't know if it's just Baltimore or if it's around the country, but I know a lot of people who have oyster dressing and sausage dressing around, especially the Baltimore area. Is that a thing in Arkansas as well, Joe? What's Thanksgiving like there? Is it a little different?
You know what? Give me
ribs, and ribs.
Ribs.
Give me as my wraparound. Give me like candied sweet potatoes.
Ooh, like candied yams?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. I think that's a good
pick. Like brown sugar, and you can put marshmallow on top of it.
Oh yeah.
However you want to do it.
Yeah. However you do your candied yams.
However you do
sweet
your sweet
potatoes.
potato, your yams.
Yeah.
That's what I'm taking.
Yeah. Actually, Joe just said that in our thing here too. Look at that.
There we go, Joe.
Yeah. Green bean casserole is up there. That's a good one. Oh, yeah.
Take town. God damn it. That's my neck.
Brian,
All
what
right,
do you
I was
got?
hoping that fall back to me.
So
It might.
I'm actually
It
going to go.
might.
I'm going to go with the green bean casserole.
Oh, you fucker.
God damn it.
All right, green bean casserole. So I'm back in the
Bennett
New
just
York.
puts trash can up trash.
He's mad. That's a mad fella.
Oh man. All right. Well, look, I love turkey as much as the next guy, but we all know it's not the star of Thanksgiving. So I'm still not gonna take it. I'm gonna take pumpkin pie here. That's one of the most important parts of the day for me is the pumpkin pie. Especially if it's a la mode. Meaning just with vanilla ice cream.
As the French say.
Yeah. As the French say,
Whipped cream
with
guy.
vanilla ice cream. Yeah.
I'm a big dollop whipped cream guy.
Oh, okay. I like that. After that, I'm gonna. This might be a little bit unpopular. I'm just gonna take corn. I'm a huge fan of corn, and we have corn. And when I make my Thanksgiving plate, it's just mashed potatoes in the middle, turkey, gravy, corn, wherever. It's going all into the mashed potatoes.
All going down the gullet.
It's the best.
I'm with Pigtown. Me and Pigtown are on the same wavelength here. I'm cornbread here, and
Yeah.
give me cornbread, and I'm.
Let's hold on. Brian's gets.
Hold
picked
on,
first.
Brooks.
I thought-
Hold the phone here.
Here we go.
I'm
I'm showing you up. Here, Brian, you go first, and then Brooks will go. And
Don't
if
you
you
do
take
it.
cornbread, there's gonna be some controversy.
Dude, I was gonna take cornbread. I'm not
Just
even
take it
kidding.
then. Take it then.
You're kidding.
Take it. It's your
Take
turn,
it.
buddy.
Take it.
It's your
I'm the one who
Hey,
screwed up here.
It's your turn, Coach.
I'm going cornbread.
It's your turn, Coach, as they say
It's your
in
turn,
The
Coach.
Rookie, starring Dennis
I'm not
Quaid.
even kidding. I was taking
It's your
cornbread.
turn, Coach. It's your turn, Coach.
He takes cornbread. Brooks is
All
sad.
right.
He is in the corner by himself.
I gotta
with
get out
lint
of-
all over his shirt.
I bought a new sweatshirt yesterday.
You can't see it on camera. Don't worry.
I gotta get out of the carbs here. Give me asparagus.
Ooh, all right.
Give me grilled asparagus, and I'll be the one to take turkey. So,
I think that's a good pick. I honestly, it had
it's
to go
gotta
at some
It's
point.
gotta go at some
And
point, but it's not gonna be my
excellent.
first.
Here's the thing, though. You put any gravy on any of this stuff, it's going to be amazing. So, and we eliminated gravy, but
All right.
Got what I
So
forgot
my
about.
pick.
he's
Got
got
it.
one he forgot about.
Got
There
what I
we
forgot
go.
about.
Is it like pretzel salad or something?
No, it's probably gonna be a controversial one, but I'm excited about it.
That's fair.
My
All right.
my pick's coming in here, and I'm going sauerkraut and sausage or kielbasa.
Sauerkraut and sausage, huh? I've never had that for Thanksgiving. Is that like is
Yeah.
that a Brian household or is that like a normal
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah, let us know if
I'm a
that's a
whole-
staple in yours.
I'm a Polish family, so it's always sauerkraut and kielbasa, Polish kielbasa.
You
So I got to
damn
go with the family
Polacks.
stuff. Yeah.
We learned a
Sorry,
lot
fellas.
about our heritage last night, so
Yeah. Okay, so I'm left here.
I'm with you, Joe. Ham over turkey all day. I'm a ham guy. I should pull that up on the screen because nobody else can see it but me. Ham over turkey all day,
Okay, so
especially a heavily baked or honey ham. Give me that.
honestly, I would say I'm probably of the three of us the least inclined for sweets. I don't know if Brian's a savory guy too. Brooks is a sweet guy.
I'm a sweet guy.
Yeah. I'm gonna have 2 sweets on my thing just because I have to, just because this is the way the draft fell. But I'm gonna go apple pie here. You just can't beat. You just can't beat an apple pie.
I'm not going to get a dessert in mine.
I was stunned by this because I've never had apple pie, and it might be a family thing. Never for Thanksgiving. I thought it was more like like the summer
Like 4th of July. or
holidays.
something.
Yeah.
Memorial
I guess
Day,
I could have
Labor Day.
taken pecan pie. That's
Yeah.
a good one too.
When
or,
someone
I
said
mean,
it, I was like, someone said
in
it to
our
me the other day
house.
at the bar, and I was like, apple
Yeah.
pie, and like 6 people
Yeah.
were like, hey, you don't have apple pie at Thanksgiving? I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, man, we always
Yeah.
have like 4 or 5 pies.
So when we were growing up, our Aunt Stormy used to make the best pies. And she used to come over for Thanksgiving. Her and her family, Uncle Norm and Kyle, used to come over all the time for Thanksgiving. And she used to make the best pies. And she made one every year specifically for my grandfather. R.I.P. Pop Up again, always. But she always.
R.I.P. Or Uncle Norman.
Uncle Norman Kyle, yeah. But she always made a lemon meringue pie for my grandfather. And I'll tell you what, I used to tear that shit up.
Bang biscuit. I also want to go back to you had an aunt named Stormy. Aunt
Yeah.
Stormy?
Yeah.
And Stormy.
Nice.
Yeah. Storm.
Norman Storm.
Norman Storm.
All right. I'm there's not much left for me here. So just give me biscuits. I'm just gonna take biscuits. Just carbs.
Yeah.
I don't really have any other thing on Thanksgiving other than just green beans in general. And we've already taken the green bean casserole, which is better. Yeah. And Brooks has something that I've forgotten quite obviously.
All right. So do I have one more
this is
to go?
Yes, you do. You have
more.
one more, but if you take Brooks, he's going to homicide you.
You're rounding out your draft.
No, it's okay. I'm going to actually take. Is a turducken available here, or is that completely off the board?
I'm going to say no. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
If you want to take ham, go ahead.
I'm going to take ham.
Yeah, if you want to take
Yeah, which is, now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably what I should have taken. Because I have no protein. I'm just
carbs,
sides and desserts.
Carbs and sugar.
Is this what you're taking, Brooks?
No.
Oh, okay. Not. All right. Because that's what I thought you were going to go with. I really don't know what you're going with here. What do you got?
Deviled eggs.
Oh my!
Deviled eggs! Get the fuck out of here!
I'm such a fucking moron.
I knew you were going to be so mad about this because me and him tear up deviled eggs every Thanksgiving, and I cannot believe he forgot about this.
This is why your goddamn farts smell all the freaking time. I shouldn't have said GD, but that's why your farts smell all the time.
They do. They don't smell good. They don't smell good today either. I've been tearing up this.
Oh my god! What a disaster class. Do not. Do not vote for me.
We had pizza last night. We had pizza last night for Drinksgiving, and obviously drinking Natural Light here. Today is a disaster zone for anywhere that's around me. So.
That's a quarantined area right there, buddy. And also, some people give master classes. You give disaster classes. Yeah. That was terrible. If that's really what you guys want, you guys are disgusting to me, by the way.
No. What, you don't like deviled eggs?
No, they smell like my mother's perm when I was in 6th grade.
I don't know how you're making deviled eggs,
dude.
So good.
It's top 5 favorite food for me, and I just
and you can play with the recipe a little bit.
I'm so stupid. I'm such an idiot. This is the worst thing I've ever done in my life.
I might get my first overall vote from Dustin.
Yeah, I might vote for Brooks. I might not even vote for myself. And this is gonna be the first time ever. I think Brooks. Brooks, you did a good job here. Nobody eats sauerkraut and sausage on Thanksgiving except for Brian.
Right, my Polish family. That's all I got.
Seems like
I gotta go.
You got some German and some Polish.
Yeah,
diving. I'm taking the after-meal cigarette. Look at Bennett. He's going the non-filtered after-meal cigarette. I love this shit.
I gotta say it. I'm gonna say it here. We haven't done this yet, but I mean, there's no other fitting holiday for us to end a podcast with maybe a podcast-wide shotgun, maybe or beer chug.
Yeah, sure.
My God, that's the best idea you've ever had. Let me go get some super fucking cold natural lights that we can shotgun.
All right, we'll do honorable. He's gonna go grab beer, and we'll do honorable mentions.
I'll do an honorable mention. And
you guys do honorable mentions. I'm gonna grab beers, and then you can go, Bri. Sorry.
And if anybody wants to do a shotgun with us, please go ahead and do it, and then send.
And take a video of yourself, and we'll post it.
Well, no, I'm gonna send an invite in. If you want to call in, you better be doing a shotgun. AKA Joe Radke, get your fucking beer ready.
Yeah,
Matt Bennett,
do it soon because we got to get home and sit with our family and watch some football. We got 25 minutes till kickoff. 25 minutes to
kickoff, and I haven't set my lineup yet.
Say, Bennett, if you want to get in on this, you better have a beer. I will send you the link, man. Come on.
I just sent it into the comments section. So if you're watching, you have. Oh my God, Delaware Dave, you're a ham. Understatement of the year.
Oh boy. Should be about deviled eggs, man. I know he is.
Yeah, I know Deli's a big. I mean, Deli stands for Delaware, but Deli is going to shit on you for deviled eggs.
Totally fine, man. Totally fine. One of the honorable mentions I had, if you guys are okay with it, corn pudding. I didn't know if we'd be able to take that.
I don't know if that was available. I would say so. I would say that would have been. That's different than just regular corn. So I would say yeah.
And then you said like candy or like sweet potato casserole. Someone mentioned that the other day. Is that the same thing as what you had earlier?
You know what? I don't know. I don't think I've ever had sweet potato casserole.
Things that I don't eat, so I'm just throwing them out there because I was struggling to find a bunch of other options. Let me grab a beer.
Joe, my man, what are you doing?
I had to go grab a beer, so drink it with
You got a full guy? Give us a second. If we got to pop these bad boys.
All right. If you guys are unaware, this is the number one shotgun tool you could ever use. It's just a butter knife. If you're using keys, that's good for the go. But if you're at home, this is what you guys use a butter knife.
Joe, turn your phone horizontally.
What?
It'll give you a different. Oh, it didn't move.
You to stay sideways, please.
Oh, he's got the lock on. He's got the lock on. Never mind.
Okay.
Oh, no, if it turns around, it's going to turn the camera around.
That's what I mean. I want it to be long way so you get the full screen effect, but I might be able to change.
He wants to see you long, Joe.
You don't want to see
Christ.
He said you don't want to see that. Here you go.
How do I change this? All right, thank you.
Yep. Oh, this is empty. Shit. I gotta go over here.
I don't have a kickstand, so trying to find something to prop it on.
Why can I change the camera setting? Probably because we're live now. Shit. Oh well. We can see you. It don't matter.
Here we go. Is that better?
Yeah, you're good. Oh shit. As my mom texts us, please stop and get milk. Okay.
Grocery store on Thanksgiving. That's gonna be good.
Dollar General.
Yes, mother.
There's a food dog right down the street. We're gonna go
We're
there.
gonna go to the food dog. As my parents like to say, food loin instead of lion.
It's not food lion, it's food loin.
Food
All right,
loin.
guys. If you're watching, if you're listening,
wait for Brian.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it while he's here. If you're watching, if you're listening, thank you guys for hanging out with us on Thanksgiving. Thank you guys for listening, supporting, doing whatever you do. And I really hope you guys have a great day with your families. Thank you so much, and enjoy some football and enjoy some beer today. Whatever you're gonna do, it's gonna be a great day. Bri, are you ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. This is the coldest beer in the world.
Oh shit! This one's for you
3,
guys.
2, love you guys.
Happy
Cheers.
Thanksgiving. Cheers, Joe.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Man, I spilled a lot of that.
Yep.
That was a rookie mistake. My bad.
Yep.
I should have just chugged it.
Anyway, that's going to be our sign off, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching.
Joe, happy Thanksgiving. We appreciate that.
Joe, love you. Thank you.
Joe, love you, buddy. I mean
Happy
it sincerely. I just chugged a pounder, and that might be the quickest chug I've ever done. Delaware Dave, you should be very proud of me. And Arkansas Joe, you are a stud.
I got the mouth sweats, fellas.
All right.
We got to end the stream. I love y'all.
Hey, Joe.
Brian, do your send off.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, real quick.
Good.
This really, really fast. Next week, when we do it on Monday or Tuesday, we'll let you guys know. Sorry, I'm gassing now. We're having the National Alliance for Mental Illness professional woman, and she's going to give a bunch of good information for about 15, 20, maybe even 30 minutes. For any kind of questions you might have that are generalistic, please send them in, or if someone wants to come on, you are more than welcome to. We always focus on mental health. The send-off is always the same, basically. I do this podcast for a couple of reasons. I love Brooks. I love Dustin. Joe, you are getting in that fucking realm, buddy. We do this for fun. Mental health is so important to us. Please take care of yourself. If anyone ever has a damn problem, you reach out to us directly. You send us anything. Talk to your friends, people that are new to this. Talk to people. Say something nice. Just be nice to people. Answer numbers that don't even come up that are saved in your phone. I have so many good friends that have taken care of me, and I'll be there for them as well. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, and take care of yourselves.
Happy Thanksgiving, boys.
Happy Thanksgiving, boys. Everyone have a good day. Joe, I'll be in touch. And then Brooksy and Dusty, I'll talk to you guys a little bit later, all right?
See you, boys.
Appreciate it, guys. So much
And
love
go
you guys.
Hall.
Go Calvert Hall.